She's a cardiologist, and yet she needs money from my dad to help pay for whatever. I'm like, really?
This man sent $100,000 to his online girlfriend.
She'll say she needs it for the most outrageous stuff, and he'll just be like, how much? If she told you to jump, you would say, how high, dude?
Ron is out about $100K. He even convinced Carrie to sell her truck for cash.
There's no arguing with him about much of anything. He's just like, you don't know what you're talking about.
So it sounds like the daughters need us to come in and just explain why this whole thing is not real.
To top it off, the daughters have warned me that he's not approachable.
Join us as we travel to Las Vegas and try to get through to Ron about who he's really communicating with.
This is gonna be so interesting. We have no idea what's gonna happen.
But is Ron willing to face the truth? Or will all of our team's effort go to waste?
This is Brianne.
Hi, Ron. He said, I don't know what you're doing here. And he said he doesn't know me.
The chick you've been talking to is a stranger, is she not? You haven't talked to her.
I know everything about you on Instagram. You ain't gonna tell me nothing I don't already know.
He's probably gonna take off.
Before we continue, this video is sponsored by BetterHelp. The cases that we deal with is always a reminder of how hard it is to break difficult patterns, even when we know they're hurting us.
Yeah, sometimes you want to change, but doing it alone feels impossible. Therapy helps you realize you can't fix what you don't face.
That's why we're glad to partner with BetterHelp. They connect you with a real licensed therapist that's trained to listen and provide you guidance.
You just fill out a questionnaire and then you get matched in just a couple of days. And if the therapist isn't the right fit, you can change anytime with no additional costs.
BetterHelp also accepts FSA and HSA cards. And in 2024 alone, over 137,000 people chose to use theirs for therapy. So use your benefits before they expire.
If you're ready to break old patterns or you just want to feel grounded, you'll get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/catfished. Now let's get back to the investigation.
All right, team, we're back with another case. But Brianne, it looks like you're working from home today.
I'm working remote. I've been traveling a lot, so I'll be in a bit.
Let me get to the email though. This comes from two daughters on behalf of their father, Ron. Hi, Catfish team. Our father has been talking to a woman on WhatsApp who refuses to video chat, repeatedly asks for money, and emotionally manipulates him. He keeps sending her cash and gift cards for unbelievable reasons, and we are unsure whether the real woman is involved or if someone else is using her photos. There is so much to this story, and we desperately need help showing him this is not real before he loses any more hope, time, or money. Sincerely, Kristen and Carrie.
Hi, my name is Kristen, and I'm 40 years old, and I live in the Henderson, Nevada area. I'm Carrie. I'm 42. I'm a single mom. I'm from Henderson, Nevada. I have 2 kids and 3 grandkids now. My dad's been living with me for the last 3 or 4 years now. My dad's name is Ron, and I believe he will be 75 in March. He was an orthopedic tech, and he did a lot of the bandaging and like casting and stuff like that.
Since his divorce with Kristen and Carrie's mother, Ron hasn't been able to find a lasting relationship.
Him and my mom divorced when I was, I think, 18. He has not been with anybody since. My mom remarried in 2019, but my mom will never go back to him. Like, I know he's tried asking her a couple times, if I, got better about this, that, and the other thing, would you take me back? And she's like, no. My mom's always kind of been mean to him. I can't say that any of us really have had the opportunity to get real close with him because he's always been kind of a quiet person, kind of always kept to himself. I mean, he's there for us when we need him and stuff, but he's lonely. He's bored, and he's just finding ways of getting into trouble.
After struggling to find love in person, Ron turned to Facebook dating. That's where he met someone who swept him off his feet almost instantly.
He wasn't on dating sites. He's not really tech savvy, I guess you could say. He doesn't go out. He doesn't have many friends. All of his family is back in New York. So like his siblings, his, nieces and nephews, like there's no one out here except us for him. He has never dated anybody else, hasn't had a girlfriend or anything like that since then. And I think with this one, he's just lonely. And this chick sends him videos and risque photos and stuff. Her name is Savannah. Supposedly on her social profile, she's got a husband and kids. I'd say she's probably about 5'10", 5'11" from the pictures. She's really tall, really thin, got long, like dark ash blonde hair. I think she has blue eyes. She's in her 40s, I would say. Real pretty. You know, she's very pretty. I think she's from California and resides in California. Supposedly is a cardiologist out of one of the medical centers out there. Yeah, she's a cardiologist, and yet she needs money from my dad to help pay for whatever. I'm like, really? Originally, when he first started talking to this person, was like, does this look real? Does this, does this sound right? And I was like, so I looked into it, and I looked into her name and stuff, and I was like, no. I was like, none of this adds up. I looked up the address on the ID that she had given him, and it is obviously a fake, because you can tell that the address has been typed over somehow, and she's out of his league for sure. Like, come on, dude. Like, my dad's not a bad looking dude. Like, he's good looking for a 70-year-old man, but she's like in her 40s, okay? Like, I don't know any 40-year-olds trying to date a 70-year-old. Like, she's still in current, like, newer photos with her husband. There's no arguing with him about much of anything. He's just like, you don't know what you're talking about. I know he's got her listed as wifey in his phone now. He's her background photo on his phone. She'll be like, oh, I wish I could marry you today. And, I love you too, sweetheart. And they have like these little cutesy names for each other. And I'm just like, oh, that's gross. Because of the situation. Like, if it was genuine, it would be cute and it would be sweet. Oh, that's nice. Dad finally found himself somebody, sweet and nice to talk to. It's not what this is, though. So it just makes me ill when I see those messages, and he's just like, I still need some money. Can you send some money? And he'll just go, okay, how much? She's definitely got him wrapped around her finger. I don't know what it is that he doesn't realize sounds off to him. Because when I read the messages, it just doesn't sound like stuff a normal person would say. It just sounds very computer generated or fake. And for whatever reason, he's just not convinced.
Although Ron couldn't afford it, he felt good giving Savannah the money because he believed it was for a good cause. That's
what started the initial request for money, is that she was trying to get her cardiology license back so she could go back to practicing or whatever. And it was just like, that okay, whatever. I'm like, maybe that's legit, maybe it's not. But I was like, why is the person like 2 weeks into talking to you asking you for money already? Like, that isn't sending you a red flag already? Come on. These are messages I've read. She needed presents for her kids or something to that effect. And when he mailed them out to her, she turned around and said, oh, I never got them. Someone stole them. Kidding me? And then she'll say she needs them to get the gold bars out of customs, and they need the tax money from them. And we're like, tell them to keep a gold bar. Like, what's the problem here? At first, I guess he was sending her like upwards of like $2,000 after he'd get his pension every month. And my sister's lucky if she sees half of that every month. And then my sister will end up taking it out of her own pocket to help him pay his. And it's like, this is not going to work, man. So yeah, credit cards, car loans, credit card loans, like payday loans, like whatever he can do to go out and get money for this chick is what he's in debt for. I've seen stacks of gift cards in his room. He left receipts and the gift cards in the car one time, so I knew that he was sending them that way. His checking accounts had gotten closed like 2 or 3 different times, so I ended up adding him to my checking account. That was a big mistake because they ended up closing my checking account. Like, I physically have seen him in person throwing a fit and like pretending to punch doors because he knows he doesn't have money to pay his own bills. He's got a charger that he had almost had paid off. Rather than letting it get paid off, this chick convinced him to go and get a loan so that he could send her the money. I don't know what he's paying every month or how much he's skipping out on. He doesn't like to be real open with that. It's not until he's desperate that he will come to me and ask me to cover something. But it's just every month is a little different. I just learned this the other day. He's also sending her information, like account information for my sister. He's sending pictures of my sister, my nieces, my that whole family over there to this chick. I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, why do they need that information, dude? His own account information he's sending to her. Like, this is not okay. And like, she sent a pizza to the house before. Like, I mean, it's kind of scary. Like, why are you doing that? Like, this is supposed to make up for the thousands of dollars that you spent in false whatevers? Like, no, man.
Savannah's constant request for money became so overwhelming for Ron, he had no choice but to ask Carrie for help.
I had gone into a car accident a few years ago and I got a settlement. So I bought my car outright and paid cash for it. I bought my house and paid cash for it. So he knew that I had those two things free and clear. And so when he came up on needing this money, he was like, I need you to sell your truck. I've already done all this other stuff that I can do. And I was like, I'm not selling my truck. I was like, it took a while of pushing me. It was like, I was like, I'm not helping you do this. I was like, you're just going to get, scammed out of this money. You're not going to see anything back. I was like, this is insane. He just pushed and pushed and pushed, and I ended up giving in. So I ended up selling my car to CarMax and then ended up giving him the money. And then he never got anything from it. And I was like, you're a sucker. I was like, we're both suckers. I was like, you suck. They talk about meeting up, and they were actually supposed to meet up in California 2 weeks ago. He came into my sister's room when I was there and said, I'm leaving tomorrow. I'll be gone for a week. I'm like, where are you going? He was like, none of your business. I'm like, oh, okay. I already knew. And the morning that he was supposed to fly out, she sent him a message. He said, trip's canceled. I'm not going. I'm like, what happened? He said, her son's in the hospital or something. But then when I went onto her Instagram page and was looking at the Instagram photos, it showed that she was in friggin' Paris. I was like, no, the reason why you can't go see her is because if this person's legit, she was in Paris. And the address that she gave him to go to, that they could meet up at, doesn't exist. You were really going to go down there and figure out that this address didn't exist, and then what? And we were really worried for his safety, what could happen to him potentially if he does go down there. What I really think his main thing is that I think he wants to be able to just be able to hand his kids over a bunch of money and be like, hey guys, take care of your own stuff. I feel like inside of him, he wants to be able to provide for us in a way that most parents can't, and he's going about it all the wrong way. We don't need you to do that, Dad. We just want you to be happy and take care of you and, make sure that you're okay. But he's doing too much. He's not a very sociable person, so he does not like to go out and go to bars or go to meet people. I don't know. He's just lonely, and I feel bad for him and stuff. And I get it, but this is not the way to go about meeting people. I don't know why he hasn't gotten it through that this is not legit. I think deep down he knows there's something in his gut that's telling him that this isn't working and this isn't real, and he needs to stop doing it. And I think he just needs some actual confirmation, actual proof in his face, bam, here it is.
Stick around until the end, Seekers. We'll fly to Vegas and confront Ron in person.
For crying out loud, can you just talk to her, please? Oh my gosh.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing. And once you've done that, give this video a like too.
Hey Seekers, if you're only following us here, you're missing half the story.
Follow Catfish online on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook for updates and content we don't share on YouTube.
All right, Seekers, it was time for the team to get together to come up with a game plan on how we were going to help Carrie and Kristen get their dad to see the truth.
There's definitely some red flags. The daughters seem to have a pretty good sixth sense of what's going on, it seems. The real person's not stupid enough to use their own pictures to try to scam somebody, but we'll get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, so I spoke to both Carrie and Kristen, and I am certain that this is a scam, but I do think you guys should take a look at this person that Ron thinks he's talking to.
Okay, so I'm just gonna point it out. The age difference, he's a lot older than her.
If I saw them walking together in public, I would definitely not think that they match at all.
No, not at all.
Just so you guys know, I already ran a quick reverse image search on Social Catfish, and here's her Instagram account of who I think the real person is in the picture.
Oh, so she's married with kids. She's definitely not involved. What other research do we have?
We don't have much because Ron is semi-aware that we're doing this. I mean, his daughters did mention it to him, and they are the ones that have been taking all of the images off of his phone. Because I know that Savannah is this person in the image, I'm going to just try reaching out to her, see if she can validate this so I can share that information with Ron. And also we have this driver's license and passport that were taken from Ron's chats.
So it sounds like the daughters, Kristen and Carrie, need us to come in and just sit down with him and kind of explain why this whole thing is not real.
That is correct. His daughters say that Ron is out about $100K. He even convinced Carrie to sell her truck for cash.
And she did it?
Yes, just so he can send the money to this person in the picture. To top it off, the daughters have warned me that he's rough around the edges and he's not approachable.
All right, normally I have like a lot of ideas on like how to do this, but this one I'm a little stumped because Ron's not giving us anything. Like, any ideas from either one of you?
I have one. I think that it would be best if I reached out to the real person in the picture, Savannah, see if she can confirm if she knows who Ron is. And if she messages me today, I can hit the road running with Connor tomorrow and reveal this information to Ron and question him and say, hey, look, I'm talking to her. Who are you talking to?
I mean, this sounds like the perfect plan as long as you can execute, but I think you need to go ASAP, like tomorrow.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, Seekers, it was time to hit the road to Vegas. Brienne picked up Connor, and the two headed off for the long drive to meet up with Ron. After some much-needed rest, the next morning, Brienne and Connor sat down to review how to approach Ron with the information we found regarding the Savannah profile.
All right, Connor. So we only have a little bit of research here. I haven't been able to sit down with Ron. He hasn't shared anything really. Everything that we have is because Carrie's pulled it from his phone. So right now, what we do have is we know that both of the government IDs are false. The images that were used are from her social media accounts, and the signatures don't match on both of the both forms of identification. We also reached out to Savannah herself. She messaged me back and confirmed she doesn't know Ron. She's never met Ron, and it does sound like someone's been using her images without her consent. There's another little hiccup here. Ron is not the most friendliest person. He's just not friendly. And I already spoke to him a few nights ago. He said about 3 words to me, and in mid-sentence, he just walked away in our conversation. And then ever since then, he's been wanting to verify who I am. He wants to know my last name. He wants to know what I do. He's asked that several times. I think he's gonna be pretty pissed when he sees us. I think he's not gonna want anything to do with what we have to say. I wouldn't be shocked if he shut a door in my face or told me get off his property. So I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna have to use Carrie and Kristen as mediators because he loves his daughters, and even though he shuts them out, he still loves them and listens to them. Share some information, have them share that with their dad. That's our only hope here.
There was a lot of uncertainties with how Ron would react to all of this information. But with the plan in place, we packed up and headed out to Ron's with our fingers crossed.
All right. Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
So we got some sleep.
Some, a little bit.
Little, tiny bit, and then we got some breakfast, and now we are game planning because I have been warned that Ron did not want to have cameras around or anything like that. So I will have to break that to him too. We've already started things off on the right foot.
This is gonna be so interesting. We have no idea what's gonna happen.
I have no clue. I mean, he could shut the door in our face.
Exactly.
He could welcome us in with open arms.
Yep.
He could welcome us in and then kick us out. I don't know.
Could go either way. Like, there's a million different directions this could go. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Ready as you'll ever be?
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
Hello, hello.
Carrie and Kristen welcomed us in, and we met everyone in the family, except Ron. We waited outside, hoping Carrie could get him to come outside and talk with us.
This is Brienne.
Hi, Ron. Oh, nice to meet you. You don't know what we're doing here? No? Oh my goodness. Okay. Did you look me up?
No.
I gave you
Oh.
her last name last night.
I got my card. Is he going out?
He's gonna try, I guess.
Is he leaving?
Yeah.
Oh, where's he going?
I don't know.
Oh.
Ron finally came out, but it was only for a second.
He said, I don't know what you're doing here. And he said he doesn't know me, and he wanted to know my last name, so he'll have my card so he knows my last name.
The chick you've been talking to is a stranger, is she not? You haven't talked to her. Same thing.
I'm talking to her for 6 months. What are you talking
Oh, for crying out loud. Can you just talk to her, please? Please? Pretty, please.
No.
Come on. Oh my gosh. What did he say?
F this.
You know, if we can just sit down with him for like 2-3 minutes tops, I can show him Savannah, who I'm talking to right now on my laptop. Carrie, I actually have her hear a message from her on my Instagram. Like, I don't mind showing him on my phone either.
Come here for a second. Just look at what Steve just got to say. She said 2 or 3 minutes. 2 or 3 minutes tops.
Hi, Ron. My name's Brianne. I'm here because your daughter's reached out.
What?
Do you want it to be just me and you?
I don't want any.
Do you want to
She's
see
just trying to help.
the message that I was telling you about?
Yeah.
So this is who I'm talking to. This is her verified account. She has 18,000 followers, and she messaged
I
me.
know Instagram. I know everything about her on Instagram. You ain't gonna tell me nothing I don't already know.
Are you talking to her here?
She's on WhatsApp.
So she's not on WhatsApp, so I'm gonna show you what she said. I asked her if she knew you.
6 months on WhatsApp and she's not on WhatsApp?
Nope. She says, hi, Brianne, thank you for reaching out. I can confirm that I do not know anyone named Ron. I'm not involved in this situation in any way. It sounds like someone may be using my images without my consent. Best regards, Savannah.
Ron looked in disbelief after the message from the real Savannah. It seemed like the truth was starting to set in.
Over there.
You know this person.
Mm-hmm.
How?
Because she is the real person, and I looked her up and I've verified her. She's a physician in Santa Barbara.
What? She lives in Ventura.
Mm-hmm. She does. But the person you're talking to is not Savannah.
All right. Okay, whatever.
Were you able to figure out where that person is at?
I would need his cooperation. We can create an IP tracker and he can send it. But I would need him to open up his chat. We could create the link now and then he could send it. It's up to him. If he wanted to know, that would be our best option.
Ron clearly wasn't happy, but Carrie and Kristen invited us in to see if he would be willing to listen to the rest of what we had to say.
Like, I don't know how much you've heard about like a lot of these scams, but a lot of them are based out of Nigeria, and that's probably where this person is at right now.
You okay?
And they can track that for you.
A white woman with 2 kids is in Nigeria.
That's not this person.
Yeah, she's not, but the person who is pretending to be her is probably there.
Look, I want to show you something, Ron, if you'll allow me to. So the real Savannah, she just posted this 2 hours ago.
I saw that. I saw that.
Mm-hmm. She texted you that?
That's the real one?
This is the real person.
I saw that on Instagram.
But you're not talking to the person from Instagram. Unfortunately, someone stole Savannah's identity and is talking to you.
This is not the real person I'm talking to?
No.
6 months?
No, even her profile says Savannah Josh Shiles. This is her partner.
Okay. That's nice to know.
Do you want to try to see where this person's at? It's up to you. I mean, we're here for you all day long. We can stay here as long as you need us to. I can run any searches that you ask me to run.
Great. So, you can go.
Okay. We're sorry.
Love you. He might need like a moment. A long moment?
He's probably gonna take off.
Yeah.
He's just gonna go to the store most likely. Hopefully that's all he does.
That's okay. I mean, he's just taking it in. Yeah.
He's beating himself up right now.
You know, even though he battles you guys, I can see that he's still listening to you. He's sitting there, he's processing. He's not gonna listen to me. Like he said, he doesn't know who I am, but I can present the information to you guys and you guys can take it and share it with him.
Okay.
With that being said, earlier when we were discussing the legitimacy of the passport and the driver's license, I looked at these signatures, and maybe you guys can show him this later, but they're not the same signature.
Not at all.
No. It's not even legible. You can't even read the date of birth,
it's
the
like
first, last name. Yeah. But if all else fails, I would point to him that the signatures don't match.
Yeah.
This is her legitimate account.
Okay.
18,000 followers, almost 19. She's verified. She's an influencer.
Okay.
She's a physician. She has a link tree, and the link tree shows all the other platforms where you can visit her on.
Yeah.
So she has a TikTok, but she doesn't even list
on Facebook.
Yeah, she doesn't even list Facebook.
Yeah, I had like I said, I had messaged her once through Instagram, and she you know, basically confirmed that it wasn't her talking to my dad. And I was like, I tried to tell him that, but he was like, it's not the same person. I'm like, yeah, that's the point. Like, it's not the same person.
This is the real person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brienne gave Carrie and Kristen some information regarding this profile that the research team was able to dig up. In the meantime, we stepped out to give Ron some space in hopes he'd be willing to listen to us after he cooled down.
I'm definitely concerned about his well-being.
I am too.
I think that
I am too.
I think we should, I don't know. I mean, he's a very stubborn guy though. So I feel like if we offered help, he would just, I don't know.
He's not gonna take it.
He's not gonna take it. You know, I brought up to him before, let me bring you like a coffee or something, but he's just, you know.
Well,
What
here's
do you
what
think?
I think we do. I mean, he's obviously going through it, right? He said some really serious stuff. Thanksgiving is coming up, right? What if we do something nice for them for Thanksgiving? What if we go buy them a turkey or get them something, right?
I love that.
Some dessert, something, whatever we can find, yeah?
100%. They have a big family living there. You know what? Let's get them a Thanksgiving dinner.
Get him a big ass turkey. There's a lot of people in there.
Let's do it.
Maybe we're gonna see him here. Remember, they were like, he was gonna go to the grocery store or something.
Oh, you think he went to this one though?
I don't know. How'd you even find this place?
I actually was just driving as we were chatting. I'm like, oh, a marketplace, and you said turkey.
Well, that worked out. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
That's how you know you're in the place you need to be in.
What if we see him in there right now?
I'll say, hey, Ron, remember me? Back. It's like, I can't get away from this lady.
I know.
Offering him therapy.
Oh yeah,
Doing the fixing.
we are. We're doing it. This is good.
They have a big family.
They do. They have a huge family. Okay.
Am I overdoing it?
No, we're
Okay.
this is
It's like
good.
one of everything. It's just helpful that way.
As we were making our way through the aisles, you'll never guess who we ran into.
I called it. I told you that. I knew this was gonna happen.
Come to me, Ron. Come to me. This is his.
He'll think we followed him or
just,
something.
He probably thinks that now. I swear on my life. I just went, hey, Ron.
I know.
And he went, he winked.
I know.
He winked.
I know.
Ham. This one looks like a 20. What do you think?
Yeah.
It's a big boy. That is a big turkey.
Extra creamy.
Eh.
Always. There we go.
All right.
We checked out and loaded up the car before heading back to Ron's place to try one final time to sit down and talk with him.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Well, we ran into him at the store. I didn't say anything. Oh. I didn't say anything. We just said hi, and he waved back. So. I think what we should do is just fill out the vibe, see how he's doing. Seeing me here and then at the store was probably so much for him. So I can't get away from this damn woman. But we actually, thanks to Connor's ideas, we wanted to bring you guys back something, and Connor had a really great idea, so he went to the store for you guys.
I know Thanksgiving is around the corner, so we wanted to get you guys some stuff for Thanksgiving, just anything to help out. You guys have a big family, there's a lot of people, right? A lot of kids and stuff, there's a lot going on. So we got you some stuff, it's in the car here.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff.
We dropped the groceries off, and Carrie and Kristen were super grateful. Ron was in his room, so we figured it'd be best to give him space and leave all of the information we found with his daughters. We said goodbye and got back on the road to head home. A couple of days later, we got on a call with Carrie to check in and see how Ron was doing after our trip to Vegas.
Hello, Carrie. How are you?
All right. How are you?
Good, good. So I just wanted to touch base with you and just kind of get a feel for where your dad's at today since the last time we visited him.
So I seen him for a few minutes this morning. He wasn't feeling good the last few days because he caught something that was going on with the kids. But then I'm not sure how much of that is still from having a cold or from him just beating himself up and feeling like an idiot. We were let's see, what was it? Yesterday morning or the day before? I had gone out to talk to him to see how he was feeling, and he had gone outside to go get something to drink, and I could hear him talking to somebody or something, and he's like cussing at himself and everything. And I'm like, what's going on? I was like, I thought there was a rat or something out there. And he's like, no. He's like, I can't believe I'm such an idiot. I'm so stupid. Da, da, da. I'm like, you're not stupid. I was like, it happens. I was like, it happens. I was like, just let it go. Just be glad that you're done with it. You know that it wasn't, now you know. I was like, I'm sorry that is what had to happen, or that it really wasn't a true thing, but at least now you know. Now you can stop being obsessed with this person and move on. And, we all do stupid shit every once in a while. You're allowed. I was like, it's okay.
Oh, well, it sounds like you're being very supportive and,
All right. He doesn't care though. He's really beating himself up about it. And I feel bad. I do feel bad for him, but it is what it is. He did say that she tried to, or whoever it was, tried to convince him that it was her by finally doing a video chat with him, but it was literally just like her like blowing a kiss. Like it was very AI generated looking. It was not. It was kind of fake looking. So I was, and he told her basically where to shove it and where to go. So
wow, this is amazing. So for sure he blocked her, or he blocked.
Yes, it does say that he blocked her this time for sure.
Okay.
So what really makes me mad is that he didn't listen to me the first time when he was originally asking me. When I originally talked, I was like, this is not a legit person, I'm pretty sure. I'm like, don't continue talking to this person. And he still didn't take me seriously. But maybe if I give him your guys' information, he would use it to his benefit and hopefully not get taken for a ride again. So
yeah. He has my card. Give him my number, and he can have direct contact with me. And if he's talking to someone that reaches out and claims they're Savannah, tell him to reach out to me.
Okay, will do.
All right. Well, thank you so much for the check-in, and it's good to hear that he listened and he's blocked this person.
Thank you guys for coming out and for all you guys did. And we really, really appreciate it so much, because I really think that did help, because he wasn't listening to us outside of that. So
Seekers, it's almost time for our weekly live stream. You can find the link to our live stream on our YouTube channel by clicking the live tab and going to our most recent video. See you all there.
If you have been involved in a romance scam, don't forget to report it. It helps get the word out and potentially stops other people from being scammed.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe. And if you want to see more, you should probably click one of these two videos.